For with breaking news out of the state capitol, Governor Gavin Newsom is getting involved in the latest fight over child sex trafficking. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Lisa Gonzalez.
And I'm Curtis May. The governor's office is speaking up after lawmakers today blocked an effort to crack down on the buyers of the child sex trafficking industry, specifically those who buy 16 and 17-year-olds for sex. Let's get to KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala, who was first to report the governor's involvement.
Curtis, this is now the third time the governor's office has gotten involved in this kind of fight between Democrats over this issue. The governor signaling his support for that proposal to make it an automatic felony to purchase a 16-year-old or 17-year-old for sex. In a statement exclusively to us this afternoon, really just within the last hour, the governor's office said, quote, "The law should treat all sex predators who solicit minors the same as a felony, regardless of the intended victim's age, full stop." This comes after the Assembly Public Safety Committee this morning blocked this proposal from moving forward that targets the buyers of the child sex trafficking industry. It's written by Assemblymember Maggie Krell, a Democrat who has spent the last 2 decades working on this issue. Now, before getting elected to the Assembly, she was a prosecutor for the California Department of Justice. But Democratic leaders say they have concerns about possible unintended consequences with this, how the automatic felony for the purchase of the teens could impact the LGBTQ community, people of color, and older teens. Here's what the chairman of the committee, Assemblyman Nick Schultz, and Krell had to say right after the hearing.
People are forced to stand
People keep asking that, like, why can't Democrats immediately get on board with something like this?
Yeah, so I would emphasize 2 things. First of all, the exploitation of any children, as we heard in the comments I made in the dais, it's already unlawful to do anything like that in the state of California. What we're talking about is a very specific, narrow issue of whether or not the stiff penalties that apply in, say, a human trafficking context should apply in a non-human trafficking context involving a 16 or 17-year-old. As you know, under Senate Bill 1414, which passed last year, that's a mandatory sex offender registration. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't at least entertain that conversation, but how that might apply to an 18 and 17-year-old in a relationship might be different from what we might see from what we think about people that are out here trying to get somebody off the blade and exploit them. So I think that these are important conversations we have to have.
I don't think we're doing enough to protect children from sex trafficking. I think that's pretty clear. It's clear from the survivors. It's clear from driving down to the blade right now. There's 16 and 17-year-olds being sold for sex, and that's not okay, and we need to do more about it.
Now, it's not immediately clear what the governor's involvement could mean for the bill, but typically he carries a lot of weight in that building, and it is effective. Now, we've reached out to Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas for comment. We are waiting to hear back. Lisa, back to you.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much.